Hi, welcome to Mattia's Cooking Journal. Today we're going to make rigatoni with asparagus with a blue cheese sauce. In the springtime, the asparagus come to season. They're a great time to make this dish. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the asparagus. Now I've gone ahead and cut some up, but I just wanted to show you beautiful asparagus. You can figure out how far you have to cut. About that much. Usually when they snap, that's about where you need to cut them. And these are very stiff. You don't want anything that's really soft and mushy. And the other thing about the asparagus is that if they have flowers sprouting from up here, they're overdone. They've overgrown. Don't buy those. Buy the ones where the stems are closed like that. Okay? So take a few. Now that you've figured you need to cut up about that much, take a few, kind of line them up, and just give them a chop. Cut them in 3. Right there. And we'll do the same for these. Now don't throw all of those asparagus out. Some of them are very good for making soups and stuff.
You really don't want to cook them too much.
They're very tender. You do not want to make them too soggy. It really don't taste it. They don't taste that great when they're that soft. So just put them all in there. And we're going to bring this, come to a boil. We're going to let this sit probably for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll take them out. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes, and we're going to check it. I think these are done. I know they're done. They look pretty good. You don't want them too soft. You want a little bit of crunch left on them. These are good. What I've done here is gotten a bowl with some ice. Oops, turn that around. Going to scoop this out. What I'm going to do is shock them. I'm going to shock them so they can hang on to their color. If you just let them cool off, they tend to get very dull looking, but if you pop them in some ice cold water, they hang on to that beautiful color that they have. Okay, now this is cooled off. And look at that color. See that? It still keeps that beautiful green color. You can do this with beans and peas, all your fresh vegetables from the garden. All right. Okay, we have rigatoni here, some really nice quality rigatoni. This is about 1 pound. You can use any kind of pasta you like, whatever your family's into, and you can actually even use spaghetti. Just keep your asparagus nice and long if you're going to do that. I've cut the asparagus to this size so that it's kind of equal in size and they're easier to pick up with a fork. So the water is boiling. Let's go put this in. Now I have gone ahead and salted the water. A little bit of salt. There. Bring that to a boil. Now, these are fresh breadcrumbs. They're not dry, they're fresh. Just put it through your food processor or a little chopper and you get that. Alright, so I've got some of that roasted garlic, and that's about a teaspoon in there. Swish it around. You're going to add your breadcrumbs. All you really want to do is toast them lightly. Just toast them lightly. So this is almost done. All right, so a few more minutes. I'm turning this around, stirring it because you don't want to leave it alone. See, it still has a little bit of moisture in it. You want a little bit of crunch to this. Now this will take some time because you're constantly tossing it around. And the bits are starting to get nice and brown, and the aroma of the garlic and the olive oil is so good. Let's see here. Oh, it's getting there. You can feel it under your fingers when the crumbs start to get a little hard. No problem with that. So this is done. I'm going to turn that off. And what I'm going to do is just put it aside, and we'll get started on something else. About a cup. I'm going to chop it all up. roughly chop it. We've had so much parsley from the garden. Starting with the cream sauce. I'm going to get some heat over this. And I'm going to add a little bit of garlic in here. A tablespoon, that should do it. Okay, so I've got some roast garlic in here. In there. Lower that heat a little bit. I'm going to add, I'm going to start off with about a cup of half and half. I may have to add more later, and I'm going to take a cup of crumbled blue cheese. Now, if you want gorgonzola, if you want blue Dutch, that's up to you. If you want the saga, you know, that's all your preference. Now we're going to get some heat on this and start to, don't worry if there's big chunks of the cheese in here. That is perfectly fine. There's nothing like, I mean, it's so good when you bite into that creamy cheese and that sauce. I think I'm going to need a little more of the cream. I'm going to go ahead and add probably about another half a cup there. And I'm going to salt and pepper it for season. If you want to put more salt, go ahead. It's to your taste. I'm going to put some pepper. Now that's come to a nice boil, well, simmer. Now what we're going to do is, the pasta is done. Okay, I've cut the heat off the pasta, and it's done. Scoop this over. And I'm going to start transferring beautiful noodles over here into this cream sauce. Now I've got all the rigatoni in this nice cream sauce. Just let it all coat. God, that is so good. What I'm going to do is, I've got about a cup of grated cheese, Parmesan, Reggiano, whatever you like here. Just go ahead and put it in there. And that cheese is going to melt. I am going to get my asparagus. Get all your asparagus in there. So good. That creamy sauce. Smells so good. All right. Then I'm going to add the parsley. It's all in there. And your lemon rind. This lemon goes very well with asparagus. And that's the rind with one lemon. Just that in there. It smells so good with the lemon and the parsley. Oh. Got a nice big pasta bowl. Just get it in there. Oh, that looks so good. This nice sauce in there. Oh, that looks good. It smells so good. And we're going to add a little bit more cheese on top. And we like it that way. It tastes so good. Whatever grated cheese you like is good. Then your toasted pasta. Your toasted white breadcrumbs. It's got a nice crunch to it. Oh, so good. And that is it. So there you go. Got it in a nice pasta bowl. And that is your asparagus with rigatoni and blue cheese sauce on it. Now, we're going to try it. See here. Get my little scoop. Oh, it's so good. You've got the crunch of your breadcrumbs and the blue cheese and the asparagus. It's still crunchy. That's good. The blue cheese is very subtle. It's not strong at all. And the fresh parsley, I can actually taste that little bit of lemon lime that we put in here. This is a great meal. Serves a lot of people. Great with some friends around the table. Card night. Just enjoy.